What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tim Aslan here with another crypto update. How's everyone doing? Hope you've been having an amazing week so far. Lots of movement has been happening on the charts, so it is time to update. Guys, what a crazy move down, especially today. I mean, look at this candle. Insane. Um, so let's kind of recap. We got our shorts from up here, really nice, like zero drawdown, perfect short. And now we're, looking to retest this monthly open area. So let's talk about more intraday price action and, the future trade setups that are coming here shortly and that we all need to be ready for. So, first of all, um, this was interesting. I just want to recap this real quick. So we swept this low here, pumped up, swept that low again, and pumped up again. And this was an interesting zone that I shared on Twitter. This was actually the 618 of this move up. And I'm sure this caught a lot of people off guard. You know, this was a good move up from the low. And I actually was looking at order flow on this, and you wouldn't believe how many people were like longing this area. It was crazy. And I knew that they would just get crushed. And that's exactly what happened. Um, and if you don't use order flow, I would highly recommend it. I'll make a video about that in the future. But it essentially allows you to see the delta of longs versus shorts. And that's been really helpful in my trading recently. But yeah, so anyway, moved down here. Then we got this other sweep right here. And then we pumped up again. And again, you would not believe how many longs came into the market. It was essentially every single new low that's being made. So many millions of dollars of longs were being aped into the market. And each time we would come up a bit and just absolutely crush them. And so that's a really important lesson for all of us, is that, you know, when we get these bullish moves and retracements, like, you need to be patient to take these longs, and you need to understand the context, especially when we swept this significant high and rejected from the point of control in this area. You know, it's most likely that we're going to break this low because of what a significant area it rejected from. So you don't need a long every single bottom. Instead, it's a lot better to just be patient and wait for confirmation of an uptrend, right? So be patient, and I'll continue to update you guys on when I'm personally longing. But if you look at the order flow, everyone was just longing every single dip because they wanted to catch that move to the next all-time high. And what's going to happen is, as soon as we break this low, these people that were longing up here are going to give up or run out of money, and then we're truly going to make the bottom and then go to all-time high. And so that's my next prediction here, guys. We've been talking about this area ever since, mid-August. And what this area is, to refresh everyone's memories, or if you're new here, this is the 786 from this significant low to the all-time high. Also, if you drag the volume from our left side of this range all the way till now, this is our point of control, meaning this is a very high volume area on the chart, meaning that, this volume will most likely hold in the event of a quick move down. It's essentially a strong support area. Not only that, but we have some nice liquidity here. See this wick on this low right here. So that is a nice piece of confluence. And then lastly, we have this internal range right here, guys. So see this internal range that we've been in? We can use our TR pocket, which is the Fibonacci's of range deviation. And those give us another piece of confluence right in that same exact zone. And so I'm looking for a move down here into this general area. If you want to wait till the exact 786 gets tapped, you could, but it's a risk. Personally, I would look at order flow to see how it is in this area and then enter from that. Put your stop loss around 100K down here, maybe a little tighter if you want. But I'm looking for a move up to all-time high from there. And so typically how this works, with these range deviations, is we'll tap this area, and at minimum we usually retest, right? Like even if we absolutely nuke, we're going to retest this area and then we'll continue nuking. And so at this retest is where you can take your first take profit and then put your stop at entry just in case we do go down, because it's very possible, guys. These are just probabilities, but to me what makes most sense is to come down here, everybody kind of flips bearish, and then we send to new all-time high. So yeah, that's pretty much it on Bitcoin. It's super simple. I caught a short from this area yesterday. I caught an XRP short, so that's been really nice. I'll update XRP for you guys. So XRP, I show this chart on Twitter. I'm kind of looking at the 2.4 to 2.8 all the way down to 2.3. This general zone seems like a really good reversal zone, and it still has a good 10% to go. Let me check on Bitcoin. Bitcoin about 4%. Yeah, so that does kind of make sense. And if we do go up in the short term, by the way, guys, I would kind of expect, because we did sweep this nice liquidity right here, I would expect something like this, and then maybe further downside. We're most likely not going to go in a straight line. And so if you recall, this previous all-time high has been really good support and resistance. And this matches the golden pocket there. So if we go up from now, I'd probably try to reshort something like that. So that's another option for intraday trades. And I shared this on Twitter that I took a Doge long the other day, and it was successful. Even though I knew price, or I expected price to go lower, if there's a good long opportunity, set your bias aside and still take the trade, especially if you have shorts from higher. It's a good hedge. So next we have Ethereum. Hey guys, real quick, if you need a good place to trade and if you want to support my videos and the channel and you like the uploads that I've been doing recently, check out Bit2Next. They are the world's greatest trading platform in my opinion. They have amazing liquidity and really good user interface. I really like the charts that they have. You can enter directly on the charts and manage your position really, really well on the platform. And right now they're doing a huge deposit bonus campaign. So if you deposit just 2,000 USDT, you're going to get a 400 USDT deposit bonus. So that's 20% paid back to you in the form of a futures bonus, which means you can take that 400 USDT and take trades on the platform. Whatever profit you make from that 400, you get to keep in your trading account. You can withdraw it. You can do whatever you want with it. But it's literally $400 that you can ape in on a trade. And if you make 2-3 R on that, you're making $1,200 that you get to keep all of that. So it's a really good incentive right now if you're a new user. I'll put the link below to sign up, and thank you to all the people who have signed up recently. It really does support my content and allows me to make these videos, and you're trading on the best platform in the world. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to shoot me a DM. Let's get back to the video. Looks like it just hit my zone right here. The top of my zone at least. So this is interesting because it's obviously not hitting at the same time as Bitcoin. But essentially what this zone is, oh, that just rotated up. Interesting. So essentially what this zone is, it's a high volume area down here. And then we have the TR pocket from this big range right here. I mean, this is a huge range. And you can see we just tapped it perfectly and moved up. And then we have the 786 just below. And then these black lines are good SR levels. And you can see that we're initially moving up from it. Now that doesn't mean the bottom is in. It means that we could range a bit and then come back down fully into the zone and then move up. Or, a more violent move up and then down. It's really hard to predict the timing of things, but this is my kind of zone for ETH. And I'm just a little surprised that it hit already before Bitcoin did. But again, this can move up and then do a bigger drop down when Bitcoin hits its zone as well. So yeah, nothing too crazy here. This kind of looks like 5 waves down. So that's a good sign actually. So we can use some fibs. You can see we hit the 1 fib of the 5th wave zone. But yeah, essentially this entire area down here, something I would look for. Solana is about to hit the 618. Looks like it just missed. And so this is a 618 of, this significant swing point to the high. So this area looks interesting. I have a support and resistance level down here at the 786. I wonder if I pull this volume. Yeah, nothing really interesting. Solana, I don't have any like super good levels. Doge, I had a pretty decent level. Ignore this. But essentially the level on Doge here is this 786 from this significant low right here. And we have a daily level, we have a weekly level, and we have the monthly open, all within this small little area right here. So if Bitcoin is hitting our target and Doge does at the same time, I would probably size something like this, depending on order flow. Let me see if there's any volume in this area. Right here, it's some pretty high volume. Let's see if I go even further back. Looks like we just hit the point of control. Yeah, a lot of volume down here. Yeah, so Doge, nothing quite as definitive currently, but lower, yes. This would be nice. Something like this, like fake out below the trend line and then up. Yeah, so let's just be patient on here. Guys, there's no reason to be aping trades right now. Look at Bitcoin's daily candle right now. Just absolutely disgusting. Yes, we might retrace up, but personally, I'm not going to want to call bottom until this zone down here. And I just advise you guys to be patient and just wait for the setups to hit, or unless you have like a smaller time frame setup, with whatever TA you're using for that, go ahead and take those trades. But don't be like the guys that I'm watching on order flow, where they're longing every single low and they're getting wrecked each time. You don't want to be like that. You just want to be patient. If you're in this short from up here, that's all you needed, and you made your money for the month, right? So just be patient, guys, and I'll come out with some updates if we do break out these lows, or if we go up, hopefully we can get some good shorts on that. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.